Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zwelithini Dlamini, and we're here with HwangeChronicles. I'm standing next to a great giant of our time. Say, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, I would love for you to actually introduce yourself for our viewers.
Afternoon again. My name is Mr. Harare. I'm the current construction engineer for Cinderella province and Hwange province also. But yeah, I'm in the capacity of construction engineer for the province on behalf of the provincial engineer, Ministry of Transport. Yes.
Thank you so much. Say, I'm going to ask a few questions. Number one is what procedures are you using for the rehabilitation of this particular road behind us?
Okay. So the road that's behind this is the Bulawayo Victoria Falls Highway. This highway stretches from Bulawayo to Big Falls, and what we are witnessing today is just a section which was being done on a prior contract.
Mhm.
But the totality of this road is supposed to be a 440-kilometer road section. And on the 440 kilometers, we have 8 different contractors that are working on the road. Their scope of works is on three-phase. Three-phase in the sense that we have what we are calling the maintenance, we have the rehabilitation of section, and we have the re-extension or benching of width, and all so that we can then have a resurfacing. So it's benching, extension, and surfacing, and then the total rehabilitation and the maintenance. On maintenance, our contractors are just pothole patching and perhaps doing a little bit of touch-ups on the edges for visibility and trafficability of the road.
Mhm.
Each contractor has a 51-kilometer section which they are working on. So on that, once they are working on that entire section, they have that scope where they are supposed to just do minimal maintenance of the roads to make it trafficable.
Okay.
But in all essence, the rehabilitation, we have sections where we are talking about where the road is badly damaged. It has a lot of pothole density.
Mhm.
It has a lot of base failure. What our contractors are doing, they are first of all benching the edges of our road
Mhm.
because we want our road to have a complete width of 9 meters. That's supposed to be trafficable. And then after the benching of the edges from the 7 meters, that's nominal at the moment, they are going to reclaim the surface that's already existing on the road, which means we are not throwing away any of the materials that's already on the road.
Okay.
We are looking at a more environmentally sustainable way of road construction. So what they then do is they reclaim, add on material to the material that's already existing on the surface, reclaim it, and then they are going to compact it and then surface it using a methodology which we call take and seal, where they then put bituminous product, aggregates, another layer of bituminous products, and some more aggregates on top.
Wow.
That's the total scope that we are having on the rehabilitation. And then for some sections, for maybe travelers that are well aware and versed of how the road is like, a section that we have on the Victoria Falls side where the damage on the road is not that excessive.
Mhm.
We are not disturbing those parts. What we are only going to do is to extend on the edges so that we still get to achieve the 9 meter road width that we talked about, and then we are going to apply the double seal on
Okay.
top of that.
Oh, well articulated. So, what other challenges have you encountered in different phases when constructing this road?
Yes. We have encountered a couple of challenges. To name off head a few, I think most might be familiar with some of the challenges that was happening with the detours around the Ducholo area. It's because you find that a lot of parts of the whole area that we are here with has sense that somehow act out of the character. We have Kalahari sense, and to the nominal ways in which we would then do road construction or rehabilitation project, we would really face challenges. But with the scoping and everything that we had here, that's one of the challenges that I can think of yet. And also, when you consider the route between Blawayo and Victoria Falls, and especially this one, the area and region, it is an ecosystem that's really something that you want to protect, and that's really sensitive to any of the activities that we have here. We have human-wildlife conflict, we have even the noise from the machinery, and even all of that. So those are some challenges and hiccups that we are meeting here and there. But I can safely say we are in the process of being cognizant and conscious of all the ways in which we can mitigate and maneuver some of these challenges. Like I would say, hydrological treatment for the sands that are there, which is very much eco-friendly as opposed to using additives. Not that we are not exploring it, we are exploring all ways in which we can just try to conserve our environment at the same time deliver the project in the stipulated times that we are supposed to achieve it. Right now, we are speaking, we have already approached our rainy season, and you can find that the water is doing a lot around our sites. But as you can see, we are trying to, you know, uh, meet these challenges as they come technically here, deal with them, and just deliver the project in the stipulated timelines of 10 months.
Oh, wow, well articulated. As you know that Hwange is a hot region. When it comes to heat mitigation, what did you use to help protect materials you are using to help serve them for a long lifespan?
Well, that's a really good question. Technically, I would say that's a really good question. So, I think, like I said, outside of just the materials and everything that you have stated in the sustainability and environmental impact is at the core of our mandate. And you will find that in terms of making sure that our road achieves the strength and the design life, mind you, the design life for roads when we are doing road construction, we're expecting a cycle of around 20 years before we can come again and
Yes.
redo the entire road. Of course, there are other mini cycles where we are doing routine maintenance and periodic maintenance of the road. But ultimately, we want to achieve that design life. So what we are doing in this particular project, we are doing what's called cement stabilization, but also in consideration of not just how hot Hwange is,
Mm-hmm.
it's also seated on the amount of water that you have. And to minimize that, we have decided that instead of just doing cement stabilization with your gravel, we are also introducing crusher run, right? Which is a stronger material, such that you can actually then reduce the cement that you're putting into the base, and you have more of a strong material that can withstand all that heat. And you find also our application rates, like for the bitumen, you forgive me, it's more technical language.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very good question, which I wasn't really as much
Yeah.
prepared for. But like, yes, we are playing around with our application rates. We are playing around with our aggregate size. For those that are familiar, the preliminary stages of the project, we were using 7 millimeter stone aggregates. But then, empirically, engineering, it's an empirical discipline. Empirical, we became to a point where we then got to realize that these temperatures, you have continuous flattening of the bitumen. So we then got to a place where we are now using bigger aggregates. We're now using 10 millimeter aggregates for your seal. Still, you're using 19 for your take. And we have played around a bit with our bitumen content. And all of those are ways to try and meet up uh, the things that you have asked in that very important question.
Oh, lovely. The last question is, I know you are very, very busy. Yeah, you are very busy. So, what other areas that you are working in besides this Vic Falls to Bulawayo Highway?
Okay. Thank you. In Matabeleland North, there's a lot of infrastructure that we are actually giving attention to. I can safely say right now, at the moment, apart from the 440 kilometers on the Blawa Victoria Falls. We are also doing about 24 kilometers on the Blawa Yonkai Road. The other 14 kilometers, the project was being implemented in two phases. The other 14 kilometers is almost close to completion. I think in a space of about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it will be at 100% completion. Also on the other 10 kilometers on that same route, you can actually see that the entire 10 kilometers has been primed, just waiting for surfacing. And even there, to add on that, the surfacing methodology that we're using there, we are putting asphalt overlay, which just attests to a direction in which we are approaching our infrastructure. And also maybe outside of the roads, you find that all of our roads now, we are approaching the whole protection of infrastructure by having mechanisms like weight bridges on all toll gates. So we are in the process of converting our toll gates into toll plazas just to try and protect our road infrastructure. There are a lot of legislation questions that are being asked around the maintenance. If you can see, if you are trying to count the number of trucks that have just passed by where so we are, you find that there is a lot. And we have the Blawa Choloto Road, we have the Kwekwenkai Lupani Road that's also currently being attended to, which is going to, when you're going to Harare, you're no longer needing to go to Blawayo. You're just going to go to Lupani, cut across to Kwekwe, and you're already on your way to Harare. So in terms of Matabeleland North Province, there really is a lot that's going on at the moment. And I can just appreciate, the vision that's coming from His Excellency, His Excellency Idim Nangagwa, to my minister, who is also the best minister and the best permanent secretary for the year 2025. It's a lot of leadership and a lot of a vision and direction, which we are actually just then seeing being manifested on the ground. That no place is going to be left behind, and kilometer by kilometer, all the road, not just road, but transport infrastructure. It's going to be catered for. We have the railway, which is under a recapitalization exercise. So there's really a lot. And for my generation, I think it's something that is a point to be proud of, that we are part of the legacy for building Zimbabwe.
Wow, this was exponentially profound and extravagant. Sir, thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to follow Hwange Chronicles on all social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, we are there.
Shimabov, shimabi, terera, shine kamoka testi. Inzwa igu, vaidonza tambo, vaimbodonza twaini. Upenyu hunopinduka sekoini, vaindiona semunhu asiri faini. Anobatwawi, anorohwa necocaine, ndaingoramba ndakatila level rekodaini. Ndivo vaitiona sana mainini, inzwa inini. Ndivo vaitinyia vari mutainini, saka vanotimisa disconnecti. Mamiro yese disconnecti, patatata inga we correct. Nezimawov we connecti, vanotimisa disconnecti. Mamiro yese disconnecti, patatata inga we correct. Nezimawov we connecti. Vanoda kundijaja, kundipedza power sepatirira vabvisawo pachacho. Tisina tandatadza, havana keya kuti mhuri yangu ine hereo tayacho. Manje ndadzova unge tadza.